Well, changing pace now. One Chatham man is coming into his own as a stand-up comedian in a most unusual way. He's ready to embark on a 5-city tour of the West in the new year. He may be better known, though, by locals for his work as a mortician. Joining us with the story is our Chris Campbell.
Yeah, that's right, Jim. It's not every day you meet a funeral director who is also a stand-up comedian. And while James McNeil keeps the profession separate, one can't help but wonder what sort of lively audience the Chatham Mortician is aiming to please.
The only way you get better in comedy is to have a live audience.
A Chatham funeral home director is leading a second life in front of a live audience, honing his skills as a stand-up comedian.
People say, funeral director doing stand-up comedy. That's like an accountant that's interesting. Like, that's not even a real thing.
For the last 7 years, James McNeil has been working his laugh material, all while keeping his day job respectfully separate from comedy clubs.
Yeah, there really is no putting the fun in funeral. There really isn't.
McNeil says he's a huge fan of stand-up and always wanted to give it a shot. After entering a United Way fundraising competition, his funny bone was tickled.
I certainly didn't win by any. I think I lost out to a very skilled 12-year-old bagpiper. So that's the kind of level of comedy I was working at there. He's a great bagpiper, by the way.
And he works clean. Everyone's going, oh yeah, here we go.
What separates McNeil from the rest is he's completely clean.
Really stand-up comedy without swearing.
McNeil compares his style to that of Seinfeld or Brian Regan.
The highest praise you can hear is people telling you about their body functions afterwards, which sounds odd, but people saying, my face hurts, or, I've soiled myself. Like, maybe that's too far. That's probably not even clean comedy.
In my mind, I'm thinking, okay.
I've never been a sports person. I know lots of funeral directors, they play hockey and soccer and volleyball and tiddlywinks and whatever else, and I'm not a sports guy, but I've always loved comedies.
On top of his unique resume, McNeil also performs weddings. In fact, he's tied the knot for more than 650 couples.
My goal is just to get better at making people laugh.
Yes.
Many times, something lighthearted with a bit of a chuckle is so disarming, and it gives people permission to say, this is hard, but okay, we're going to get through this.
While McNeil takes care to keep his two worlds separate, he's found a well-placed, respectful laugh sometimes can give comfort as well.
It's never my aim to get a room full of grieving people laughing by any stretch, but I find many people, they feel that just having the permission to be somewhat still human and still undergoing, a huge change in your family. There has been the odd time this room's been full of laughter.
McNeil will be heading out west to Alberta in February to continue touring his act, and you may recognize him from about 5 years ago when Bowman Funeral Home was serving up free drive-through coffee, making international headlines ahead of the Ontario Seniors game. So, Jim, it seems there's never really a dull moment there in downtown Chatham.
I noticed you were at pains to say he performs before a live audience.
Yes, definitely alive.
All right, Chris Campbell tonight. Thank you, Chris.